Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy MTG back here with another video today. It's here going over the playoff program that was just revealed on the EA stream, and I've got some thoughts about it. I'm sure you guys do too. Before I get into the video, if I sound a little off right now, just a little sick. Nothing crazy right now, just a little sick. My voice may sound a little off, so I apologize for that. But we're going to talk about this atrocious playoff program that was revealed, and honestly, my thoughts on it. Again, if you guys like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Alright, so the first thing they ended up showing us was these 88 overall cards. Really nothing crazy. I mean, we got like a Michael Gallup, a Ronald Darby, a kicker, but honestly, who really cares for these cards? Not personally me. I personally just stick away from these cards, as I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't going to use these cards. So, I mean, there's just some 88 overalls that you'll be pulling out of the reroll pack, so expect to see these guys a lot. Next up, they showed us 90 overall cards. We got Jerry Hughes card, a Joe Flacco, Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Amos. Again, really not a ton of usable cards. Now you're starting to get like into these 90 overalls. You're starting to get like theme team guys, which could play for some theme teams, but still probably aren't going to be very, very prevalent in a lot of people's lineups. So these cards overall, mid, really not going to be using them a ton. Maybe some of you newer guys who got the game for like Christmas or something may use this, but for a lot of people, the majority of the MUT community, these cards aren't going to scratch the field or just other cards you'll pull out of the reroll pack. Next up, they end up showing us these 92 overall playoff cards. Danny Trevathan, Adam Thielen, Raheem Mostert. We also got a Keon O'Neal. Again, theme team guys probably aren't going to play for a lot of you guys. Maybe you guys will use these cards, but for me personally, honestly, Raheem Mostert may be one of the best cards in the promo. And you guys maybe call me crazy right now, but wait till you see these hero cards because they're very, very interesting. We'll talk about it in a second, but these are 92 overall cards, theme team guys, maybe some actual team guys. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so this is our first master card. This is a 94 overall card, a right outside linebacker Corey Littleton with 0 pass rush stats, and they cannot play coverage. Linebackers cannot play coverage in this game. So this card, unless you're running like a theme team with like the Raiders, the Rams, this card's virtually useless. I'm sorry. This card is very, very bad. He is not going to be scratching the field for me. And honestly, I may not even throw him in a backup for outside linebacker if I get him NCAT. This card is terrible, and I recommend not even going towards it if you don't have to. I'll probably pick him up because I like pick up all the hero cards for all the promos, but I mean, this card is atrocious. Do not go out and get this card. Corey Littleton, not it. Next up, we have this Taylor Lewan. Now, this card's actually one of the more decent cards out of the 94 overalls. It's still not stellar. Honestly, if you guys don't have a guy like Anthony Munoz, Walter Jones, any of those left tackle guys that are really high overalls, this actually be a pretty solid card for you guys to be a 94 overall left tackle. Kind of one of the best left tackles of the game right now, so that's not bad whatsoever. So a lot of guys may actually find use out of this card, but besides, just the pure shortage at the position, if there was like a 96 or 97 overall left tackle, this card would not be good at all, which we can expect to see that probably coming soon, considering that we just got a left tackle, so I mean, still, he's a good card, but just not crazy. Now we have this Jared Cook card, who is strictly a receiving tight end. Literally no run blocking, but he's a solid tight end. He reminds me a lot of maybe a guy like Kelsey, beginning of the year, something like that. But I mean, he's got decent speed on him. He just really doesn't have the run blocking, which kind of sucks. But besides that, he's overall pretty solid, but he's probably a backup tight end for most people, if not a tight end 3. So I mean, he's solid overall, but just nothing really crazy. So Jared Cook, if you want to go get him. But, I mean, he plays for a lot of theme teams, so he'll probably come in handy for a lot of people, but we'll have to wait and see. It's an okay card. Yep, this is one of those cards I was talking about. Jadeveon Clowney, he's a pretty bad card. Let's be honest. He's not going to get the field for a lot of people. I mean, if you think about it, there's tons of left ends in this game. Bruce Smith, I'm trying to think of our left ends in this game that are probably up to this guy's standards. There's probably some LTDs. Akeem Hicks came out, LTD. I mean, this card is just, it's a pretty bad card. Let's not get it twisted here. Now, he could play very, very well. Jadeveon Clowney cards have played decent in the past, but I wouldn't hold on that because this card doesn't look good to me. And I think it's going to be a pretty bad left end. We'll have to wait and see, though. So it's Jadeveon Clowney card. It's an okay card, but he's not going to be, getting reps on my team. Now, we actually have a pretty solid card here. So 94 overall Marquise Brown. He's basically Tyreek Hill 2.0, just a tiny bit faster now. But I mean, this card is going to get outdated within 2 or 3 weeks now. So if you're planning to use this guy for the long term, don't hold on to that because this card isn't going to be great for a long time. But for the moment, it's a good card. I can't complain about it. 94 overall Marquise Brown. Now, if all the cards are up to this standard, I'd be happy with the promo, but they are not. So, I mean, the Marquise Brown, 95 speed, decent route running, but he's a little short. We'll have to see how he plays in game. He should be solid overall, though. Then we have this 94 overall Stephon Gilmore card. 93 speed, solid attributes overall. Again, he's not going to be a crazy card strictly because he's a little slower, just medium coverages at best. I mean, he's a fun card, I'm sure, but it's just not a good MUT card, which is kind of what I have a problem with this promo, because there's no really good MUT cards in it. Just solid, like, player names overall. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. Now, this is actually a major W. We got this Johnny Unitas quarterback LTD coming. Probably going to be able to pull him out of rerolls. I mean, this card is going to be a very, very good card. He's going to be able to hold 4 ability slots. They said he can get Gunslinger, Hot Master, and Escape Artist, the big 3, I believe, for 11 AP. So it's going to be kind of expensive, but he can get those big 3 abilities. 87 speed, good accuracy, good throw power. Doesn't have the greatest release. He, I believe, has like release 1 or 2. I forget which one it is. It's one of the worst in the game, but still should be a fun card nonetheless. You know, it's a cool card. I can't complain about it. The one thing I am going to complain about, though, is it has a Super Bowl card art on it, which is very interesting because I guess technically the Super Bowl is the playoffs, but you'd think they'd say that for a Super Bowl promo. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird what they did there. I believe he also ended up... No, I believe he won this. Wait, did he lose that Super Bowl to the Chiefs, actually? I don't remember off the top of my head, so maybe this card's, like, really weird and wonky, but, I mean... It's going to be a good card nonetheless. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a great card. Maybe even the best quarterback in the game. But it's just kind of a weird card to give to a playoff card, especially when it says Super Bowl on it. So, I mean, Johnny Nice. He's going to be a good card no matter what. So, I guess I got to stop really about the card art. But it's a good card and one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best in the game. So, definitely a W there. Now they ended up showing some sets for the promo. They showed us some master sets. They showed us some, exchanges, some predictor sets, which you'll be able to use, tokens to predict winners of the wildcard games, which is a cool concept. I like it. I wish they did that for games throughout the year, but I don't think they're ever going to do that. But it's definitely cool. I like how they bring it into Madden during the playoff times. Definitely a W there. So there's just some of the sets. Here's the training store, 21,000 training for a 94 overall player, and then I believe it's 5,000 a roll for an 88 plus, which that may actually not be a bad roll because you can only lose on the 88, so that means 88's going to be coming out like crazy, but you make like 5,000 training off a 92, break even on a 90, make about 14,000, almost 15,000 on a 94 overall, and then of course you're rolling for that LTD Johnny Unitas. Going to be a cheap card, but going to be a very, very good card nonetheless. So, I mean, overall, solid cards, definitely should be W's, and pretty good rolls here. Here are some of the solos. You guys see the solo strings here. Nothing crazy challenges, but you do get this Leonard Floyd for playing a certain amount of the solo challenges, and he's got built-in abilities, which I think is always cool. I like how they incorporate that, and he's also got every NFC team chem, which kind of find it kind of weird that they have not released one for the AFC, just for the NFC, but hey, to each their own. Maybe next week's the AFC player. We'll have to wait and see. But 93 overall Leonard Floyd for free. It's okay. May go out and get it, may not. I'm not sure yet. But if you're rocking any NFC themed team, he's probably going to be on your team because he's 93 overall. Not bad whatsoever. He's a solid card. So yeah, that is basically the playoffs promo. There's not a lot to it. Now, we do have 2 Masters being revealed tonight. I'm recording this before that. Probably won't include them in this video, but there are 2 Masters. Hopefully, they're going to have to be very, very good Masters. They're going to have to be like game-changing. I need these Masters on my team because if they're not, this is a terrible playoff promo. Besides the Johnny Unitas, really no other usable cards. Maybe you could argue Marquise Brown and Taylor Lewan and Jared Cook and maybe even Raheem Mostert, but those guys are just mid at best. The only good card out of this promo is this Johnny Unitas. So the Masters need to be great, because if they're not, this promo is a terrible, terrible promo. And I think easily, by far and away, the worst of the year so far. So hopefully they turn around, at least in part 2 or 3. Team of the Year voting opens up tonight. Probably going to do a video on that tomorrow morning or tomorrow at some point. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, just major L in my opinion. This promo is pretty bad. But who knows, maybe they turn around. I'm not going to count them out just yet. Again, if you like the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. And I'm NTG. Peace out.